You are listening to the Sportcat Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. You're the one and the only Sportcat. I'm here with you for the next 2 hours on Dare Talk Radio, Radio X in Australia, and of course, live on YouTube. I encourage, I beg, I plead, please come over and find the Sportcat Show. I need some more subscriptions so we can get monetized to keep the lights on. And when you get here, you'll meet such lovely people as Denise and Chris. And I hide Brenda backstage on purpose.
You should. I mean, you should look at me. I'm in my pajamas. Glenn called and had to wake me up. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Denise says she thinks she found the pardon turkeys.
Pardon turkeys?
I don't know. They usually send them to Mount Vernon Mansion. So usually they only pardon one of them and the other one gets the axe. But apparently since Trump's going to Mar-a-Lago, they're going to pardon both of them. So they're both free.
You know, out at the wildlife range, they have turkeys.
Yes.
And they will hear us shooting on the range and they will come towards us and they will stand there and tilt their heads sideways and look at us like we're stupid.
Just remember, that was almost our national bird.
Yeah, well, it's not very... Maybe they should change it to that now.
Yeah. Yes.
They're not the brightest birds in the bunch. Okay?
No, they're not. So,
matter of fact, I think they're the special needs kids of partridge. What do you call those things? Damn, the ones with the big tail. The ones with the big tail.
That sounds great with you.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
Waving your arms around. Oh, Brenda.
Oh, I can't with you.
Your Kick spammer wants us to come over there so we can get more viewers. No, Kick, that's not the way it works. You come to me and grow my audience. So go away. You're bothering me. Go away. At least we got a...
Maybe you should go find shows over on Kick and do the same thing they're going. You should come over.
Lord have mercy. So I'm flustered this morning.
Me too.
I'm apparently going into a to a mess in Tennessee.
I'll take you some.
Yeah. It's gonna be a
chicken wire.
Now I'm taking a shotgun.
Oh,
that's my answer to most things. Just
you don't want to blow holes in your mama's house. So take some chicken wire and some of that spray foam. If they're already up in an attic or something, you might want to try to chase them out. If not, if they get stuck in there, you're going to be smelling them for a while. But, you know.
We had that a couple years ago with the raccoons. I don't want that again. Never. So,
yeah.
Denise says she pulled her back out. So, I had a 4-year-old, or is he 5? Hell, I don't know. Terrorist attacked me last night when I was trying to watch football. So I'm sore, I'm bruised, but hey, I didn't let on. Little bastard's not going to get the best of me. So.
Turkeys are the special needs bird of the peacock.
I'm kind of concerned.
Peacocks are actually smart.
I'm doing a show with Brenda while she's high.
Yeah, I told you.
Oh, this ought to be fun.
I took my meds too late. That's why I dozed off and you had to call me and wake me up. It's all right. I was in a lot of pain. Do you know, I forgot to take my night meds last night. And at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I was like, oh, crap. Couldn't figure out why my whole entire leg. I just wanted to rip it off and throw it out in the garbage.
Well, then you'd only have, you wouldn't have one.
I wouldn't have any.
Good afternoon to you in Denver, LA, whatever, just go away. It's 1:07 in Chicago. For our friends in Australia, it is 3:07 in the morning. I don't know why they're tolerating us. Sydney, it is 6:07. Time to get up and go to work. It's Wednesday there for you guys and gals. Today is Tuesday, right? Yeah, so it's Wednesday for them. Good Lord, I don't know what time it is. So, went outside last night and looked at the moon, and it is a waxing crescent, and it's about a quarter as we head to the new moon, which is coming up December 5th. And we've also got we got a lot of space news to talk about because I think the sneaky bastards did something yesterday. I think the government may have, I think, they all lie, but I think they may have not only refired the Manhattan Project, but they superpowered it. And I really, really believe this has to do with the remodeling of the East Wing. So we'll get into that because if you were a military person, we're in a bad situation right now as a planet. So we'll talk about it more here in a second. So as we see, the moon is going to be growing. Well, the illumination is going to be growing until it becomes full next month on December 5th. The day I'm driving to Tennessee, it's going to be full. So I'm going to be there battling squirrels. Me and Detroit, Tennessee don't do too well.
I'm telling you, go stop and get you a big bag of freaking peanuts.
Where's the snakes?
Get them away from the house.
I had the snakes 2 summers or was it last summer? No, it was 2 summers ago. The raccoons.
Yeah, those are on your own.
Lord have mercy. So it's high noon in parts of the world, but the sun, for some reason, is 12 minutes ahead. It's catching up, Brenda. It's catching up.
Good morning, Ivy. Is it finally catching up?
Yeah. Chris said he found out. Well, I pushed it. Why didn't it show? I found out during my recent medical situation that I have degeneration in my spine. Yes, welcome to the club. They wanted to do surgery on my neck after a roof fell on me at the fire department, and the doctor said no, he's too young because he won't be able to move his neck. So basically, C3 through 5 is just dust. So I gotta live with it.
Blow it out at least.
It hurts. So, all right. So, we've made reference to this, talking about our good buddy 3i Atlas, right?
Yeah.
Well, we all say they're going towards the sun, right?
Sure.
Well, the problem with that is they're not. They just discovered one yesterday. Well, not yesterday, but they put it on the radar for a massive mission, and they're going to have a meeting and press conference about this. And you know how I'm always saying, look, they're all headed to the sun. Mm-hmm. 3i Atlas, look at how flat its level is. It's even with us, which is unusual. This new one that they're talking about now, C25, is also even. Notice how it doesn't have a trail, doesn't have a pull. Well, as we go through our Earth orbit here in the very near future, both 3i Atlas and C25A6 will have us flanked on either side in what the military is now calling a pincer movement. That is a military tactic. You surround your enemy on both sides. And they're just releasing this fact. And they're letting it slip out there kind of subtly that as a planet, we're screwed. If this is any type of intelligent life, which all signs show with the way it's coming, it's not natural. We got a problem. We are free.
Maybe people should stand outside with signs saying "Welcome to Earth" and bake them a couple of apple pies.
You can already see C25 K1, and you can see it, but 3i Atlas is sneaky. But the other one came from behind the sun where we couldn't see it until it dropped in the same rotation. See, look at that. Look at how even there. There's 3i Atlas here on the left, and there's C25 6 or whatever it is, A6.
Well,
And
you know all the
they're both on the
speeding up and
exact
slowing
same.
down. Yeah, you know all that speeding up and slowing down that 3-eyed Atlas did, and turning here and turning there.
Mhm. Yes,
It's because it had to wait for the other one to get over here to catch up.
it could be. So, but if you look at, and I'm not a scientist, I'm just repeating stuff I read and see on the news and through scientists. And when this astrophysicist came out with this today, and it's backed up by others, that's scary. So if this is intelligent life, because this other one is acting just like 3i Atlas, no tail. Oh, it's got a tail. It's got an anti-tail. Oh, it's growing. Oh, it's slowing down. It's doing the exact same thing. And they're both on the same level, I guess you could call it, orbit. They're entering the same path. So here in the very near future, ironically near a full moon, we may be flanked as a planet. And yesterday, President Trump signed a executive order greenlighting basically the AI Manhattan Project. In other words, he took all the quantum computing that the military has, he tied them all together with the scientific world for research to accelerate scientific research. And the DOE, which is really the ones that keep all the secrets about little green men, is heading that up. So you see coincidences? We're tearing up the East Lawn where the bunker is, and where they could put in a huge AI, whatever you call it, powerhouse, database, whatever, where they put the big super stuff. You see any coincidences here? There's no such thing as coincidences. And no. Yeah, like I said, this one just popped in.
Well, if
I'm not trying to alarm people, but it is weird. It is very weird. And I'm not a conspiracy person. Do what?
If there's intelligence on those, whatever they are, and they're coming to Earth, that means that we're going to finally have some intelligent people on planet Earth.
No, maybe not. They may kill us all. So
they'd be like, y'all are just way too damn dumb for me.
No, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, NASA is going to have a huge press conference. They haven't released what it's going to be about. And they're kind of just silently sliding these little things in there. And with all this talk of the awakening and stuff, and the president saying if he knew he would give us transparency, God knows he can't keep a secret. So I don't know. We are living in a very strange time. If at best,
I think he knows more than he's allowed to say.
Absolutely. If at best we're going to gain some huge scientific knowledge, at best. At worst, the aliens are here. So
it's okay. Just don't anybody go to the mall. Apparently, they like shopping. I need
nobody has seen bigger computers put together. It is truly very, very incredible, and people have been talking about it.
Wow.
So now we got to keep our eyes on C2025 and see what it does to us or with us or whatever. Jesus Christ.
C2025. I'm
really not one of these people for conspiracy theories. I really try hard not to be. But when you start seeing coincidences line up, and in certain things there are no coincidences, it kind of makes you go,
Glenn, come on. I've been that way for years and
where is
years. I've
Space
even
Force?
tried to tell you things.
I understand that, but I'm saying, where is Space Force? What have they been doing? They're silent. Nobody's talking.
Well, the reason why they're called Space Force is because they're very, very spacey secret.
Yeah, something's going on. So
they're doing things. Don't worry about it. You just won't never see it.
They're doing things. That's trust us. We're with the government. We're here to help you. I don't know if that worries me more than they're doing things. So yeah, there you go. There's that. I don't know. So, but we'll figure it out. We will be on the air live together if the little green men invade. I doubt they'll come to Atlanta, but hell, you never know. We'll be live. We'll cover it. So
that'd be the first place
we'll welcome them. So I'll try and get one for an interview. By the way, I can't let the cat out of the bag on this, but coming up in the first part of the year, I may just have secured an interview that is going to be huge. So I'll just say I'll just say this about it. I'm trying to snake ESPN. I'll leave it at that. So, and I did book the owner of Robert the Doll in Key West, Florida, but we're not talking about that damn doll. No, Robert, you're safe. You're comfortable. I'm not going to discuss you at all.
You can talk about him, but you have to do it with respect.
I have all the respect in the world, and I'm not going to discuss him because of that. So. Bobby still thinks he's jinxed. I told him, you want to come on the interview with me? And he's like, no. He's already had a Robert run in.
Denise says she's saving the fruitcake for the ETs. She hates them.
Hey, that may be good. What was it in Mars Attack they gave them and they blew their head off?
No, but you know what? I've seen a thing where you could make fruitcake with gummy bears. What if somebody were to put edibles inside of the fruitcake? So we'll have a bunch of high ETs running around all over the place. They'll be easier to conquer.
Oh, God. Help us. All right, so Brenda, you ready for the quiz of the day?
Oh, God. Okay.
Well, here are our options. I'll let you pick. I didn't have time to go over them. So, countries with high population density, sudden death. 4.
The hell is 4?
Countries by coat of arms. History, general knowledge. Cities by Wikipedia description. And U.S. states with the lowest average elevation. Which of those do you choose?
Let's try the history one.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Good choice, because I don't know about the others. All right, Brenda, let me get over here. So let me start this quiz. So we'll have, 4 minutes, something like that. So chat, get ready, read ahead, because Brenda and I are going to probably answer like
screw it all up.
Here we go. You ready? The first one I don't even know. 5 minutes on the clock, Brenda. What unflattering nickname was given to the Queen Mary I of England?
The fuck year was that in?
I don't know. All right, so let's go to the next one. Who was the main author of the U.S. Declaration of Independence? It's Jefferson, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson. Well, here we go. Maybe. Oh, that one was right. In what Beijing square were democracy activists massacred in 1989? Was that Tiananmen? How do you spell it? Tianman? Tiananmen? How the hell do you spell Tiananmen? So this is why I'm going to get in trouble for not knowing how to spell it. There we go. No, that wasn't it. Help me. I don't know how to spell this.
What was the name of the place that when Trump went over there and he walked over that little thing. What was that?
I don't remember. Oh, that was the DMZ. How do you spell it? God, how do you spell it?
DMZ?
No. That ain't it either. All right, we're going to move on. And he says Massive Mary. So we'll go back to that one and put Massive and see if that's it. Oh, my God. All right, we're going to move on. Who did Saran assassinate in 1968? I got
my God. Sirhan?
What is the term for a woman of the 1920s who wore short skirts, had bobbed hair, drank alcohol, and listened to jazz?
Hookers.
Go-go? No, it's not it. All right, shit. We'll move on. What country was divided by the 38th parallel in 1953?
What the hell?
Apparently, I don't know history. What insignia did the Nazis wear on their cap? Oh,
what?
What insignia did the Nazis wear on their caps?
Oh, they wore the
maybe that's right.
What do they call that thing?
Oh, we got it. I don't. The swastika. Oh, shit.
Yes.
I don't know how to spell swastika.
S-H.
Hold on, maybe on the wrong one.
A.
K-A? Shit, I don't know. All right, we're moving on because I can't spell it. So, damn it, I need a spell check.
Please hurry.
We got a minute 50 and we ain't even made it through 4 questions. What is the die is cast as he crossed the Rubicon? I got nothing.
What the hell? Okay, go back to the other ones. All right, so one is RFK, the other one's Korea.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, we got another one right. What did
I don't know.
He says Julius Caesar. I don't know.
Denise says Julius Caesar.
Not correct. Got a minute and 11 seconds. Moving on.
Texas, help.
What design movement was exemplified by the Empire State Building and the Chrysler buildings? What?
What design was implicated? Straight up.
High-rise.
I mean,
High-rise.
what the fuck?
High-rise for 100. Nope.
We
All right. Who abdicated as King of England in 1936 in order to marry an American divorcee, Wallace Simpson? I have no idea.
Oh my God, these questions are so old and shit. We shouldn't know.
What country was ruled by Adi Amin? I got no idea. In what language were the Hindu Vedas written? I got nothing. Apparently, I'm dumb as a box of rocks. So
what is this?
I don't know. I'm about to give up.
I'm high as hell, so I have an excuse.
Where did Walter Raleigh, Anne Boleyn, and Guy Fawkes were they imprisoned? Alcatraz? Hell, I don't know. We're out of time.
Screw that time.
We got 2 correct.
We need to find something like this, but with a longer time, like 5 minutes each question. This sucks. 5 minutes for 150 stupid questions that were dated way before we were born. Now I'm not only high. Now I am pissed
Chris
off.
got one right there.
Lewis and
All
Clark.
right, we'll start at the top here. What unflattering nickname was given to Queen Mary I of England? Bloody Mary. There you go.
What? Is that the one that you play the game in the mirror? Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. That one?
Shut up. Robert, I'm not talking to you. Who was the main author of the U.S. Declaration of Independence? We got that one right for American history, Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
In what, and I couldn't spell it. I knew the answer. What Beijing Square where democracy advocates massacred, good Lord, 1989, Tiananmen. I knew it, I just couldn't spell it. Who did Saran assassinate in LA in 1968? Thank you, Chris. Robert Kennedy. What is the term for a woman of the 20s who wore short skirts, had bobbed hair, drank alcohol, and listened to jazz? They were called
Hookers.
flappers. Okay.
Oh, same
Chris
meaning.
helped us with which country was divided by the 38th peril in 1953? Korea. All right. We were both wrong. What insignia did the Nazi SS wear on their caps? Skull and crossbones. Interesting.
Wait, what?
What insignia did the Nazis SS, that was the elite, wear on their cap? Skull and crossbones.
Oh, I was thinking, never mind. Okay. Well, we had it right if I would have listened. Because you said Illuminati, I didn't hear that. So yeah, that would be the
I didn't
skull
say
and crossbones.
Illuminati. I didn't say Illuminati.
That's basically who you're calling out right there.
Okay. I don't invoke them. So, who said the die is cast as he crossed the Rubicon? Julius Caesar. What disease killed over 3% of the world's population in 1918 and 1919?
That would be
the Spanish flu.
Yeah.
And I probably would have known that had I not been rushed. What atoll gained notoriety after the United States tested nuclear weapons there? Oh, well, the Bikini Atoll. I should have known that. My dad was stationed over there. What were the 1890s known as? The gay 90s. Interesting. What does I would have never got that one. What design movement was exemplified by the Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building? Art Deco. Would have never got that.
Art Deco?
What area of the Near and Middle East is the cradle of civilization? It's called the Fertile Crescent. Yep, wouldn't have got that either. Who abdicated as King of England in 1936 in order to marry American divorcee Wallis Simpson? King Edward VIII. What country was ruled by Idi Amin? Uganda. I had no clue. In what language were the Hindu Vedas written? Sanskrit. Okay, wouldn't have got that one. What duo Sasquatchia help on their famous journey to the Pacific? And thanks to Chris, that would have been Lewis and Clark. What were Walter Raleigh, Anne Boleyn, and Guy Fawkes in prison? Where were they in prison? Tower of London.
What?
That's what it says. What was the once most abundant bird in North America, but was driven to extinction in 1914? Passenger.
Now, come on.
I know better. Doesn't that boxer have them? What's his name? Europeans brought many new diseases to the New World. What STD did the world probably give to Europe?
Oh, that was the one that, what's his name had?
Gave him syphilis.
Yes. Well, I was going to say Napoleon.
Hello, Randy. You missed trivia time. We're not going to attempt any others because A, she's high, and B, I'm dumb. So.
Oh, God.
Okay, here we go, Brenda. Trivia. Okay. It's a puzzle. What is the best key to a great Thanksgiving dinner?
That you don't burn the turkey.
That's probably a good start. Maybe. I don't know. A turkey. Oh, Jesus.
Turkey.
I wouldn't have got that in a million years. Nature has given us 2 ears, 2 eyes, and but 1 tongue, to the end that we should hear and see more than we speak. That's a famous Greek proverb, and yes, I agree.
Actually, very true.
Holidays today. It's St. Catherine's Day. patron saint of maidens, mechanics, philosophers, and those who work with wheels. Wonder if the DOT would follow under that. If so, that'd be EMS. So, Planet of the Apes, November 25th, 3978. What? Astronauts land. Oh, this is from the movie. Land on a mysterious planet ruled by apes. The calendar on their spacecraft, as seen in the movie, read November 25th, 3978. And that was in the 1968 movie Planet of the Apes.
That was the astronauts that come to Earth again from Mars because, well, you see the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. I don't know.
And all those monkeys that busted out of that lab, of course, they inherited.
Hold on a minute. Before she gets too carried away, I got to do this. I forgot. Jesus Christ. Say something, and I got to make sure.
The views, opinions, and satirical content expressed on Sportcat's Daily Gazette are those of the host, Glenn Sportcat Jackson, and do not reflect the views of any affiliated networks, sponsors, or platforms hosting the show.
Or Brenda.
This show is intended for entertainment purposes only. Please note, satire and humor, all commentary, especially on news, sports, and entertainment, is presented in a satirical manner.
That's right.
Statements made on this show should not be taken as factual reporting
100%.
or professional advice.
And anything Brenda says is, well.
Hey, start on me.
Denise loves you, so.
Oh, I love
November
you.
25th, 1986, the Iran-Contra affair. U.S. Attorney General Edwin Meese announces that $10 million of the $30 million from the sale of weapons to Iran had been illegally diverted.
No.
To the Nicaraguan, Contras in what become known as the Iran-Contra affair.
Oh, but that's all fake news.
Yeah, whatever. 1973, on this date, U.S. President Richard Nixon calls for a ban on the sale of gasoline on Sundays in response to the Arab oil embargo. The crisis began the previous month when OPEC declared an oil embargo on the U.S., Canada, Japan, and Netherlands, and in the UK for supporting Israel during the Yom Kippur War. The embargo targeted the U.S. for resupplying the Israel military during the war. By the time the embargo was lifted in March, the cash price of oil had risen nearly 400%, so from 3 per barrel to nearly 12. They declared a national energy crisis. Arlo Guthrie, a friend, after finding the local dump closed to dispose of a half-ton of, quote, Alice's garbage down a hillside. The garbage contained a divan and enough bottles, garbage, and paper to fill their VW microbus. The police searched through the trash and found an envelope that led them to the culprits. They were each fined $25 and ordered to clean up the trash. This incident is the basis for Guthrie's 1967 Alice's Restaurant Massacre. All right, I'm just not. What?
God.
I don't know any of
You
this shit.
start going through these before you put them out.
We'll have time. The end of network radio soap operas. This day in 1960, it occurred when the last broadcast of network radio soap opera Ma Perkins' Right to Happiness, the second Mrs. Burton, and the young Dr. Malone broadcast their last episodes. It was the end. Video killed the radio star.
Yeah.
General theory of relativity on this day in 1915. How far we've come. Albert Einstein presents his final paper on the general theory of relativity in a lecture at the Persian Academy. General relativity describes gravity as the curvature of space and time caused by mass and energy, although met with skepticism at the time, is now an accepted description of gravitation and modern physics. And I think we're about to bend space and time.
He stole that from Nikola Tesla.
Well, I think we're about to bend space and time with this Genesis.
We've bent it too many times already.
No,
It'll just break.
No, I think there's some other things about to happen. $1 million postage stamp. A letter is mailed using 5 cents in 1847, a blue Alexandria postage stamp. In May 1981, the stamp and envelope were sold for $1 million, a record set at the time. This is the only known example of this stamp. Interesting.
Sorry, my dog is snoring.
Do they know it's Christmas? November 25th, 1984, under the discretion of Irish singer Bob Geldof, numerous artists, including Sting, Phil Collins, Boy George, George Michael, and Bono, recorded the song to raise money for the Ethiopian famine release. It became Britain's biggest ever selling record. This day in 1961, the USS Enterprise is commissioned, the first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. It was commissioned at 1,123 feet. She was the longest naval vessel ever built, with eight nuclear propulsion reactors. The Enterprise is also the only aircraft carrier to have more than 2 nuclear reactors. She was decommissioned in 2017. I was a plank owner on the Kennedy, but I don't think it got me anything. So, it's long been decommissioned. They're about to, it's long been decommissioned, but they're about to launch another one. Bus segregation was ruled illegal this day in 1956. Segregation on interstate buses is ruled illegal by the Interstate Commerce Commission earlier that month. Segregation on interstate buses was ruled unconstitutional by the U.S. Supreme Court this day in 1956. George Meany becomes president of the American Federation of Labor. I don't know why we care. YMCA
I'm wondering some of that myself.
1951 is established. YMCA. All right. Birthdays today. Joe DiMaggio, baseball Hall of Famer and ex-husband of Marilyn Monroe.
God, I didn't realize how goofy he looked.
All-star games in every season they played. His record-breaking 56-game hitting streak in 1941 still stands. D. Hart Hubbard, the first African-American to win an individual gold medal. And Carrie Nation, American prohibitionist. Boy, she looks mean. She was known for attacking saloons with a hatchet.
Well,
she
there you
described
go.
herself as a bulldog running along at the feet of Jesus, barking at what he did. You sure you're not reincarnated from her? I see a lot of resemblance. So I'm just as mean.
I don't own hatchets or axes or anything like that.
No, you've modernized it.
That's right.
Carl Benz, the German automotive pioneer, built the first practical car powered by an internal combustion engine. I wonder if that's where Mercedes-Benz comes from.
Didn't we talk about that stuff once before?
Probably. Christina Applegate. Loved her. She was born this day in 1971. Married with children. She was Kelly Bundy. JFK Jr., John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr., was born in 1960 on this day. American lawyer, son of President John F. Kennedy. He also goes by the nickname of John or JFK Jr. His wife, Carolyn Bessette Kennedy, and sister-in-law, Lauren Bessette, were all killed in a plane crash off the coast of Martha's Vineyard. The plane was piloted by Kennedy.
Sure, they
Interesting. John Larroquette. I remember him. An actor. He was born this day in 1947. Night Court, John Larroquette Show, Stripes, Star Trek, and Star Trek The Search for Spock. I didn't know he was in Star Trek. I loved him. He was a great actor. Percy Sledge, born this day in 1940. American Rock and Roll Hall of Fame singer. When a Man Loves a Woman, which became the first gold record released by Atlantic Records. The first commander of the Enterprise, Jeffrey Hunter, American actor who played Christopher Pike, the first captain of the USS Enterprise in the 1966 unaired pilot episode, The Cage, for the original Star Trek series. When the pilot was rejected, Hunter quit, and the show was replaced by Admiral James T. Kirk, William Shatner. There you go. And history was made. Ricardo Montalban, he was born this day in 1920. Escaped from the Planet of the Apes, Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan, but probably best known for Fantasy Island. The plane. So that was his little sidekick. Lewis Thomas, American physician, poet of the 20th century medical sciences. His writings included The Lives of Cells, Notes of Biology. Okay. Harvey Spencer Lewis, American spiritualist, was born this day in 1853. He was known to have an ancient mystical order of Rosicrucians, whatever the hell that is. So, and there's a pope with a real picture. There's a pope with a real picture.
Yeah.
And John, was it 23rd, the 261st pope, was born this day in 1881. He was the first pope named Time Magazine's Man of the Year and was canonized as a saint in 2014. I don't remember him. I don't think that was the first pope I remember. Inventor of the spitball. How could we forget this guy? Frank Fiddler Corridon, American baseball pitcher. He's one of several players credited with inventing the spitball in 1904. He claimed to have discovered the idea when he noticed that a ball had landed in a puddle and was wet on one side. And when it was thrown, it had an unexpected flight. Okay.
They're not allowed to do that now, huh?
Nope, it was banned.
Yep.
It was banned. So, yeah, it was banned. Andrew Carnegie, Scottish American steel magnate, philanthropist, one of the richest Americans in history. During the last 18 years of life, he gave away almost 90% of his fortune to charities, foundations, and universities. Born this day in 1835. Andrew, where were you? I needed some money, buddy. Frank Xavier Gruber was born this day in 1787. Austrian church organist. He wrote the melody to the Silent Night, Holy Night in 1818. They were written by Father Joseph Moore. He asked Gruber to compose the melody and a guitar accompaniment for the Christmas Eve Mass, since a flood had destroyed their organ. Interesting. We're not going to cover deaths. We're not going to be depressing. Yeah, we're going to move on. Let's see. We talked about Andrew Carnegie. I don't know who the Mirabal sisters are. In 1960, they were assassinated on this day by the henchmen of the Dominican dictator, Rafael Trujillo, whatever hell. So, okay.
Apparently, he just didn't like women.
JFK Jr. is born. Yukio Marishima dies by seppuku. What the hell is that?
I don't know, but he looks like he's on a high building, so maybe it means jump for your life.
Apparently he started a coup. So, and then he disemboweled himself with his own sword. All right.
Wow.
What a way to go, dude. What a way to go. Shit. I can think of a million other ways to
just pull my own guts out. Who cares?
Yeah, that yeah. Let's see. The first systematic, good Lord, Hollywood blacklist. That's the one. Is denied employment to American entertainment professionals with alleged communist ties. 2013, there's closer to where we remember, but I still wouldn't have known this. Disney releases Frozen, the original motion picture soundtrack. Okay.
Nice.
1979, Pat Summerall and John Madden broadcast together for the first time, pairing that lasts for 22 years, becomes one of the most well-known partnerships in TV sports broadcast history. Agreed. I actually cried when they broke up, when they split up. I remember where I was, and I was like, no.
Crying in your beer.
I did. That was a sad day. They were a great duo. They were a very great duo. Today in history, 25th, Kennedy was laid to rest in Arlington. Body of President John F. Kennedy was laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery after his procession through Washington. An estimated 1 million people lined the procession route. I think my mom was there. I'm not sure. Ronald Reagan, the Iran-Contra. I don't know what the hell that's about. War with Afghanistan entered its 8th week. Yeah, well, we're still over there fighting, aren't we? What is today? It's International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. Catch it. Yeah. Nice face. I never would have been able to ride in a car or a bike with the huge ass wheels. Even during those times, I still would have found it embarrassing. It's a stupid opinion, but I stand by it. Yeah, I get it, Chris. All right. It's Blase Day. All right. National Day of Bosnia and Herzegovina Day. National Parafat Day. Parafat, that's just basically whipped cream and fruit, isn't it? And it's Play Day with Dad Day.
Oh.
Snapping Reminder Day. Surname Independence Day.
Demon.
What? What are you doing? I'm watching the screen and not you.
The cat is up here. I don't know what she's doing. She's playing with something. She's just being an ass.
It's National Eat with a Friend Day. Day of Covenant. Shopping Reminder Day. There you go. All right. We made it through all these. National Fibers Day. You may eat your fiber. Wow. Don't forget to eat your fiber. So eat your fiber.
So that you can get it in there and have everything all good. So when you eat all that Thanksgiving food, it'll come out easy.
I had sausage balls today. They're so good. Who's going to have to make more? I'm going to eat them all before Thanksgiving. And I told her, by the way, that I reminded my audience I was not suicidal if I died by blueberry syrup. So,
yeah.
Hey, today is Joe Kibb's birthday. That's probably more important than any of them to me.
Oh, my God.
Jenna Bush, it's her birthday, 1981.
Yeah.
All right. Happy birthday, Jenna. Let's see. It's the 329th day of 2025, the 65th day of autumn. Yeah. This day in history, in 1783, the last British troops withdrew from New York City, nearly 3 months after the signing of the Treaty of Paris. In 1947, the blacklist of a Hollywood 10 for contempt of Congress. 2002, Bush signed legislation, George W., creating Homeland Security, naming Tom Ridge governor. I remember that. Augusto Pinochet came in power, a CIA coup. All right, we're about to have another one of those. 1980, Sugar Ray Leonard regained the WC championship when his opponent, Robert Duran, quit in the 8th round. He'd made his money. He was done getting his ass beat. Today's quote, no man will make a great leader who wants to do it all himself or to get all the credit for doing it. Andrew Carnegie. Today's lucky number, 237,565. It's the migrant encounters at the southwest border reported by Customs and Border Protection in 2025.
Get out there and get your lottery tickets.
Yeah. Hey, Wyndham, welcome. Yeah, get your lottery ticket. I didn't win. 26 days until winter begins. Brenda, what is the best way to deodorize my car?
Clean that shit. Shampoo your carpets and Spray it down.
Clean all the upholstery and carpeting with a mixture of vinegar and water. Sponge it on and blot it with a towel. Clean the remaining.
I mean, there's other things you can use other than vinegar and water because that's nasty.
It cleans well. What does chin wag mean? Chin wag.
I have no idea. What does it mean?
I don't know. Light informal conversation for social occasions. Chin wag 6'7". So there we go. I used it.
I'm gonna chin wag this cat behind me.
Brenda, ironically, it's a great day to castrate farm animals. So.
Yeah, she's already done. I think she's got. She's after something that Jack threw on there in her little box, and she can't get it with her paw. Apparently, she's going in there, going to town.
Well, as we were coming to press, supposedly they have entered a peace deal. It is. It's soon. They've got almost everything worked out. So according to sources from Sky News, AP, I'm using Sky News though, but hopes to meet with the leaders and bang it out because we're almost there. So,
but here's the problem.
Last night they pounded the shit out of each other.
Yeah, but if Zelensky still wants weapons, then
we're going to give them to him.
But that does not mean he wants peace.
No, I'm with you. No, so Trump is hoping to meet the two together and strike a deal. So apparently they've banged out the terms, and until the meeting, they're going to keep pounding each other. But hopefully they're going to try and get this done before Thanksgiving. So maybe they'll fly them both to Mar-a-Lago. Put them both in Mar-a-Lago. That would be so. Oh my God, the media would lose their goddamn mind if Putin showed up at Mar-a-Lago for Thanksgiving dinner.
That'd be pretty awesome. Xi Jinping went there.
Holy shit, they would lose their mind.
But you know what? I don't think the two of them. I don't think that Zelensky could be trusted at Mar-a-Lago.
You can be trusted. Period. Then
there's a lot of expensive shit there.
Yeah.
He'd be shoving it in his jacket. Don't give me money, I'll take money.
With the announcement that peace was nearby, oil prices have plummeted. They have crashed. So I don't know if that's good or bad, to be determined. So, but yeah. The only thing is there's some little details to, well, I call them little, but there's details still to be banged out. Trump has pardoned the holiday ritual turkeys. So Washington, President Donald Trump plans to bestow ceremonial pardons on 2 turkeys and fly to his private Florida resort on Tuesday to celebrate Thanksgiving holiday interlude during what has been a turbulent and uncertain second chapter of his term. Waddle and gobble. Who names these birds? Waddle and gobble. Who the hell names these birds?
I don't know.
Waddle and gobble. I'm just going to check and see if by chance the House is in. Nope, they're still adjourned until they're adjourned to 11 a.m. Tuesday, November 25th. It's 2 o'clock, almost 3 o'clock. You're late, you bastards.
Oh, they were there and gone.
No, it says they haven't showed up yet. And well, apparently the Senate's been taken out. So all right, we'll keep an eye on that. So Waddle and Gobble are going to be spared from the dinner table. They enjoyed luxury hotel accommodations ahead of their visit.
Damn.
They have their own agents. It's crazy. I don't know. We're the things we do. If we're going to be traveling for the holiday, well, it's going to be a busy holiday. More than 3 million travelers are going to pass through security checkpoints on Thanksgiving Sunday, making one of the 10 top busiest days with TSA. So a lot of people are planning on flying. So the day before will be busy, the day of, and then Sunday, the 30th, will also be busy. Please plan ahead because there's going to be delays. We've got weather up in the north, And it's going to be a busy travel day.
We're taking off what, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, Sunday.
I think we're doing a Wednesday day show, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And then we're taking off Thursday, Friday. So yeah. Okay. I got a Wednesday night show you and I are going to do, but Wednesday day we're not doing. So Thanksgiving winter storm could put up to 30 inches of snow. It's a major storm up in the north, and it's going to come at the busiest of travel times. And so it's going to be from the northern plains through the upper Midwest and the Rockies. And we'll get into all that in a minute, but the Dakotas, Minnesota, Michigan, anywhere up there, well, it's going to be sloppy. And then over towards the northeast as you return. So gas prices, we just talked about them sliding, but they're still going to remain low. 73 million people are going to be on the road over the next couple days. So Atlanta rush hour has already started.
Don't they usually hike up the prices when people travel?
Usually, but this time it's dropped. And then with the thing in Ukraine, for some reason affecting it, it'll probably drop a little more. So that's good news for us, right? It's good news for the travelers. Yesterday, Melania greeted the White House Christmas tree. If you didn't see the ceremony, it was very awkward. It was very awkward.
Why did she greet a tree?
It was very awkward. They had if you watch My Buddy Penguin 6, they had the press gaggle there and they were all everywhere, roped off. And then they brought the Clydesdales pulling the tree in on a ceremonial cart, I guess, if you will. And then the military band played a Christmas song, and then the First Lady came out the front door, escorted by military, walked down the steps, basically walked around, petted the horses, walked behind the cart, walked around the thing, stood and smiled for photos, and then walked back in. It was very awkward. It's very awkward. I really don't know. I don't know what the point of it was. She looked beautiful. She had on long red gloves and a white long coat. She was beautifully dressed. She's beautiful, but it was just awkward. What I don't recall.
I think the biggest highlight of that was she got to pet the horses.
I would have been so, but. Yeah, the Clydesdales are beautiful. So, it was really awkward. It really was. I don't know. Oh my God, the press put it as the maskless First Lady. What the hell does that have? Why would she wear a mask? What the F is wrong with
the House will be in order. Oh, the chair lays before the House in communication from the Speaker.
Hold on. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh, House is in order.
Washington, D.C.
They were
November 25th, 2025. I hereby appoint the Honorable Mike Herodopoulos to act as Speaker pro tempore on this day. Signed, Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Mike Johnson took a day off, and the other
will be offered this morning by Chaplain Kibben.
Oh, they're going to pray. Yeah.
What?
Would you pray with me?
Yeah, apparently they're praying today.
With grateful hearts, we come before you, O Lord, to give thanks for all that your gracious hand has provided. Family and friends, life and love, all of which flow from the bounty of your mercy on us. But should this season find our souls anxious, allow us to feel the surround of your gentleness. Remain near to us in every situation and receive our prayers and petitions. Hear our thanksgiving, even in our most dire circumstances, for we claim our faith in your goodness in all things and our hope in your plan for our future. Guard our hearts and minds as we dare to open them to receive your compassion, even when we cannot understand the whys of our moments. May we learn to make ourselves vulnerable to your abiding and abundant love, even while we wait for the fullness of your grace to be revealed in our lives. Gather your people into your will, that we may share in the harvest of your love and abide in your presence. God, our Maker, we offer thanksgiving to you on this day and in all things. Amen.
I felt it would be rude to
Pursuant to
interrupt
Clause
her.
13 of Rule 1, the Journal of the Last Day's Proceedings.
I don't want Robert on me, so I figured I'd just let it go. I'd let it play out. I didn't want to chance something.
Well,
even I've got manners. Oh, they're doing the Pledge of Allegiance. I have it muted, so I don't. Nothing bad there.
What happened? Did they fall down and hit their heads?
No, they're in order.
And joint resolutions were signed by the Speaker on Friday, November 21st,
they're doing business.
2025.
They got there late, but they're still doing business. So they're supposed to be there at 11. It's 3. And they'll be there for like 2 hours.
HR 1512, House Joint Resolution 133.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Senate 260.
We're going to mute him again. Come back if it's something important.
Yeah. We don't know.
So anyhow, yeah. The Christmas ornaments and Christmas tree. Of course, the Christmas tree's already been picked. They literally had to drag a 35-foot tall red spruce through the doors. Had to take some of the doors off. Good Lord. So yeah, they had to drag the tree in, and the First Lady presided over. It was awkward.
What would have happened if she'd have walked around that tree and said, "Nah, I don't like this one"?
Well, it was. She was wearing an ivory Christian Dior coat, Manilo check pumps, and red leather gloves. She said wait a minute, hold on. She said she was doing well, and it's a beautiful tree. She spoke with the wagon drivers for a bit. I couldn't hear what she said, and then she basically walked off. She posed for pictures for like 3 minutes and was like, I'm out of here. I don't know.
God love her.
I don't know. So it lasted like 3. They made such a big deal of it, and it was like over in 3 minutes. It was really odd to watch. It really was. So we have this judge that dismissed the case against both Comey and James. Now you might wonder how that happened, Brenda, because one's in Georgia, one's in Alexandria, Virginia. But the judge that dismissed the case was in South Carolina. And she dismissed both of them. So they were discharged on a technicality. And while Comey may not be recharged because the statute of limitations on his accused crimes will have expired, James is still a question mark. So what happened was, they went to another federal judge with a writ, which is basically a petition, saying that the presiding attorney for the U.S. was acting without permission, that she didn't have the right to do what she was doing. And the basis is because the U.S. Attorney General can she can appoint people, but if they are appointed and not go through the confirmation process, they can only be appointed for 120 days. If she had been reappointed, that would have brought up a separate question, because then they would question the length of the appointments and trying to circumvent the system of going through due process to be appointed. So
basically, Pam Bondi dropped the ball.
Well, no, it wasn't just Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi said she was going to reappoint her, but that would have brought up the legal question of, well, how long can you reappoint someone and go around the process? So the judge was kind of a smart ass. He made fun of, in a legal way, the attorney general that was appointed. And you and I have discussed it. She had no prior experience. She'd been Trump's lawyer. She had overseen financial cases, but no criminal cases. You and I talked about that at the beginning. She had, the attorney general had the authority to appoint it, but it was only for 120 days. So all of them have to go through the House for approval. And well, they were trying to circumvent that. So it was a technicality because her 120 days was up. And the U.S. judge actually wouldn't reference her as an attorney and listed her as a White House intern. He dressed her down. So yeah. It was a technicality, and they made it political, but within the frameworks of the law. So it was legal. So, and have you heard about this? Hold on, let me catch up with the comments here. Chris says driving in a vinegar smelling car is this as bad as the big wheels. Lauren says Trump's revenge attempts against Comey, James failed miserably. Maybe he can figure out a way to get retribution against all the jurors who found him guilty of felonies and liable for sex abuse. Well, didn't fail miserably, but it was outside the law. So there you go. And they've all weaponized judges and lawyers and the DOJ, but that's what happens in politics. So have you heard about this, Brenda? Campbell's Soup, an executive in charge of cyber security, was recorded during a promotion interview where he absolutely lost his mind to an underling. And he said, hold on, let me get in here. He said, his name is Bally. He is said to have said, we have shit for fucking poor people. Who buys our shit? I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore. It's not healthy now that I know what's fucking in it.
Yep.
Then he went on to talk about, I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that comes from a 3D printer.
Yep.
So, Campbell's is obviously they're denying this, but they have disclosed that vegetables, that it's corn, canola, corn, soybean, and sugar beets are grown from genetically modified seed. But Campbell's goes on to say, we are proud of the food we make, the people who make it, and the high quality ingredients we use. The comments on the recording are not only inaccurate, they are patently absurd. So now, remember, this was from an IT senior executive. He's on suspension, by the way. The other guy is fired. So he's the one that leaked the recording. So that's going to be a mess because he recorded, and in the state, it was legal for one-party recording to have knowledge of the conversation between him and his boss during a promotion where his boss lost his mind. Well, he went to his boss and said, hey, I don't feel comfortable with this. I want to file a complaint with HR. His boss was like, thank God somebody else has come forward. It's not just me. They went to HR, and shortly thereafter, he was terminated. So he has filed a lawsuit against Campbell's. So this is all going to be a legal mess. Florida has already stepped up and said, we're opening an investigation because it's illegal to do that. Florida bans they have banned lab grown meat.
Yep.
So yeah. So we'll see where that goes. But I looked at their stock.
Here's the problem.
Was crashing.
Here's the problem. We've been eating crap for so long. Yeah. I think our guts have adjusted.
But the weirdest part, you can buy caviar with food stamps.
What?
I mean, you can buy caviar with food stamps legally. Yes. So technically, they could eat better than us for free. Technically. I mean, obviously, they get much less, and they probably spend it well. They should spend it wisely, but yeah. So
I wouldn't buy caviar even if I had $1 million sitting in the bank.
I wouldn't buy caviar. No.
You know, I've had it before. It's not very appealing.
I'd
rather eat smoked clams.
I don't think I've had that either. So I wouldn't. Yeah, not for me. So so there you go. Campbell's is in hot water, literally. So we'll follow this and see where it goes. But supposedly, according to leaked allegations, and like Chris says, I would think an IT executive would know about 3D printed chicken. Yeah, I agree. I think that's what gives it some validity. So if it's in fact his voice, and and by the way, earlier you mentioned edibles. The VP that was on suspension that made all these comments said he comes to work high on edibles.
Well,
it's reassuring to know too. The people who make our food are high as shit. Yeah,
I believe him.
So,
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
This story didn't get a whole lot of press, but new studies are out showing that bottled water is probably worse for us than the tap water. And that's because of the microplastics that leach from it, and they can get into our bloodstream, and they can get jammed up and cause clots, aneurysms, dementia, kidney problems. We could go on.
Okay, but the sink water that I used to drink used to cause my kidney stones. And since I stopped drinking it, I don't get them as often anymore.
So the plastic passes right through you. Cool.
Yeah. Apparently so. But we have a lot of crap in our city waters.
There's a lot of crap. There's pharmaceuticals is a big problem in the city waters. So the solution is high gravity filter, one that basically takes all the particulates out. But the problem is those are so damn expensive that people can't afford. Well, people can afford them or they wouldn't be in business, but most people can't afford them. So now they're saying if you got to drink bottled water, perhaps try and get bottled water that's in glass or aluminum. So
here's the trick. If you feel a bottle and it's squishy and it hasn't been opened yet, throw it out. That means it's been sitting too long.
Yeah.
If they're stiff when you get them, like this.
Hold on, let me zoom in when you're doing that.
Then they're fine. As long as they're
still got the plastics in it though.
Well, but the problem with it is the plastics will break down over time. That's why the bottles get squishy.
Well, that's
worse.
Yeah, that makes it worse. And then people microwave on paper plates covered with plastic or plastic bowls, Tupperware, stuff like that, and it leaches into the food. So
you can't.
Plastic is everywhere now.
Aluminum.
Well, no, but you can on glass. Yeah, you can on glass. So, so they're saying that the safest way is glass and aluminum for bottled water.
They should sell bottled water in glass.
Well, I think they do, but it's a little more high price normally.
Well, Perrier water, but that has sparkling crap in it. I don't want that.
And Denise says she's been drinking tap water forever. Yeah, my filter on the refrigerator or my countertop is what it is.
I think it all depends on where you're at too. Because our tap water,
if she's in New York City water, she's got some of the best water in the world.
Yeah, because our tap water, even with filters, it smells.
Yeah.
So I won't tap. My dogs don't even get tap water. They get bottled.
Neither's Ginger. Yeah, if she's on New York City water, they have been deemed to have the healthiest water in the world. In fact, it's taken out of there on by tankers to places. And the reason for that is because they actually, this is one thing New York City does well. They actually have such a filtration system in that gets all the particulates. But the thing is, because of the volume they go through, they turn those filters over multiple times a day. So it's always fresh. So it's a weird fact, but New York City, you would think it would be one of the worst, but it's actually probably the best in the world to drink from the tap. It's the oddest thing, but it's because they've got the system down pat with so many people and they've kept upgrading it. So
when the aliens go after New York, everybody grab gallons of water and fill it up and run.
Yeah, well, Coca-Cola thought so much of it, they were for a period of time, they were actually sending it to other bottling plants. But you can buy Coca-Cola made in New York, and it tastes different than a Coca-Cola made in Florida. It's the weirdest thing. So, hey, I've been off of them for like 3 weeks now, 4 weeks.
Good for you. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, it's damn near killed me. So
you're a Mountain Dew-aholic.
add 2 a day. So, all right. Well, Pete Hegseth is hinting at a court-martial for Mark Kelly. We talked about that. Mark Kelly, he got his balls back yesterday and went on X and posted that he was 22 years old, commissioned as an ensign in the United States Navy, swore an oath to the Constitution, upheld that oath through flight school, multiple deployments on the USS Midway, 39 combat missions in Operation Desert Storm, and test pilot school for space. And then he spelled 4 wrong, but and then he went into space. But the Secretary of War replied, "So, Captain Kelly, not only did your sedition video intentionally undercut the good order and discipline, but you can't even display your uniform correctly. Your medals are out of order and rows reversed. When and if you receive a recall to active duty, it'll start with a uniform inspection." That is a tit for tat right there. So, and my comment about it being reversed is maybe he was using the selfie camera, and you know how like the writing on your shirt is reversed. That was my first thought, but I don't know any. I don't know how they would be displayed or whatever. So, I would think the secretary
an order of them that they have to do.
Yeah. Like I said, my first thought was maybe because it was a selfie camera was why it was reversed, but
well, it does kind of look like shit too.
But then again, could that be because that's on his? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to comment because I don't know, but it's a tit for tat right now, and all of them, including him, have actually admitted that there have been no illegal orders given.
Right.
They've all admitted this now. The 6 of them have admitted this. They haven't tried to squirm their way out of it. They said, well, actually, there's not been any illegal orders. So
why'd they say what they said? I don't understand.
Good question. And I didn't realize it, but what's her name? Alyssa Slotkin. She was CIA. She was a high-ranking CIA intelligence officer. So some are saying that there were some people trying to subvert things. So there you go. Go up your conspiracy window. But yeah. Some are saying the CIA had something to do with this. So, but the words technically have no meaning because there have been no illegal orders given. Now the DOJ, Kash Patel, last to the scene, first in honor, is showing up to open the interviews. So they're calling them all in for an FBI interview. So it's going to be interesting. So what they said technically wasn't wrong because you can refuse illegal orders, but it was the manner in which they said it. So we'll see. There's going to be an argument about First Amendment.
That timing.
We'll see what happens. Yeah. My favorite Tennessee Congress candidate. God love her. Apparently, her and a friend were. This is Governor Billy. You can hear the audio, but apparently, removed.
Can't hear you when you're playing it.
And then they tried that the officers used extreme force.
Who was it?
That's the congressional candidate that I love so much, the Democrat from Nashville, the one that hates Nashville.
Oh.
Yeah, she had to be forcibly removed, her and her friend, from Governor Lee's office.
Get out.
Just never ends with her. So she also, besides for saying the fact that she hates Nashville, they've surfaced a recording of her saying that she hates marriage and men and believes in women powder. I don't know that she's any of the alphabet soup stuff, but said that she believes in one's absolute power. She is going to be the AOC that is the alien conspiracist gone nuts. So we'll follow her.
She needs to not be anything. She needs to go sit down somewhere.
She'll get elected. You just watch.
Chris said bottled water talk is more more exciting than I thought it would be.
Carolyn Levitt has admitted that she has been diagnosed with PTSD because of the schedule that she's under. So she openly talks about her mental health struggles, and she has PTSD because of the schedule. She starts at 5 a.m. and sometimes doesn't end until midnight or later, and is on call and, well, often just has to go away. And so it's been challenging with her child, but she's looking forward to a full 3 years additional, or it'll be 4 years. So she's almost got the same, 1 down, 3 to go. So we'll see. We'll follow that. Wish her well. PTSD is no joke. So the missing high school football coach in Virginia. Well, now they're saying that he's wanted on child pornography cases. So yeah, he's almost 60. He's 59. She's 27. So yeah. This high school coach is wanted by the Virginia State Police, and they've started searching for him. Apparently, he walked into the woods near his home and hasn't been seen since. He's a beloved coach in the community. His team is undefeated and went on to continue the undefeated team season and championship with his absence. So they won't say what all the charges are, but there's 5 counts of possession of child pornography, and then 5 counts of using a computer to solicit. So, yeah, so his beloved coach is missing in the Virginia Appalachia. So, the judge has made to resign because he showed up for court dressed as Elvis. In Missouri. It wasn't even Memphis. So he struck a deal where he will avoid disciplinary actions and admitted that it probably wasn't the smartest thing he did. He says, I occasionally play music and pretend to be the king. So he showed up for court dressed like Elvis.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine being high as fuck and sentenced to crime by
Look.
What the hell just happened here?
High as fucking Elvis walks in. The court can assume.
Actually, I had it out of order, but here's the second story about the Democratic Congresswoman that was drug out of there.
Maybe she should have walked in as Elvis.
Should have showed up as Elvis. She'd have been better off. Do you remember they made a big deal about the sign outside the Oval Office that said the Oval Office? You remember they made a big deal about that? They said that they put it up because Trump didn't know where to go. Well, it's disappeared. So many people sensitive about it. And the White House is that going to return? What was that? So yeah, it's disappeared under strange circumstances. The Christmas elves may have got it. I don't know why it disappeared. I don't know why it showed up. And I don't know if it's coming back. That's the headline, and that's the story.
God.
Boy Scouts.
Oh boy.
Pete Hegseth, a leaked memo coming out, is severing all ties with the organization because of their core beliefs. Now, this is going to take a congressional effort. He can't do this technically. But he is basically saying, because part of his DEI programs, that the military is not going to support them, which unfortunately for Pete, he can't do. And it'll only take Congress to undo that. I don't know if you know it or not, but the President of the United States, when he is elected, he is also elected as the head Boy Scout. So for over 100 years, the military has provided support to the Scouts, and it was more than just a formalized agreement. It was ratified and sent through Congress, and so he just can't technically sever it because he doesn't like their DEI policies. Not saying I agree with their DEI policies, but a program for children is better than no program for children. So,
well, that's true.
So, nobody has spoke out about President Trump's feelings about it, but he's the head Boy Scout. Believe it or not, that's an actual thing. So, every president is since like 1930 something, I believe. So, we'll follow that. I think Pete's a little out of line on that one. I'll call him out. I don't care. A Washington State man has died from a previously unseen virus that no human has ever contracted. And apparently he kept poultry, and it is a form of H5N1 bird flu that has now transferred to humans. So,
yep, here we go.
Yep, regular bird flu and bird flu are different. So, if you have headache, muscle aches, coughing, and elevated body temperature, well, you're probably going to die. You could have pneumonia or acute respiratory syndrome, or you could have the deadly bird flu. Go to a doctor. That's my advice. So.
Or you could just be getting old and a smoker. Put that shit
I was going to say, I feel some of those every day. Headache, check. Muscle aches, check. Coughing, check. Elevated body temperature, sometimes. So who knows? I'd say have those all day. I'm going to have a couple stories on this here because this one is kind of rattling. We talked about it leading in, but NASA, it's probably a better way. NASA is going to come out and have a big press conference tonight at 8. So I'm going to try and tune into this to get the scoop, but it's going to be talking about 3i Atlas, a spaceship, and, well, the other one we talked about. So, to be determined. We'll see what NASA says tonight. 8 o'clock. Tonight, 8 o'clock. Big announcement from NASA. So, we do have the best photo ever taken of 3i Atlas. Look at that bad boy right there. Isn't that beautiful? That is beautiful, isn't it? But does that look like a comet to you?
That looks like a dog was scraping his ass against the carpet.
Wow. A little dramatic there, aren't you, Brenda?
No.
It looks like an Imperial Starfleet ship to me. So, yeah. It was taken from a guy in his backyard.
Well, okay, then that's a better picture. Hire that guy, NASA.
Billions and billions of dollars, and a dude in Canada got a better picture of it.
With a camera. Probably a Polaroid.
God love it. So, yeah, there you go. Oh, yep. So they're going to have a big press conference and talk about it. We'll see what happens. The Genesis mission, November 24th, an executive order launched the Genesis mission, which is the U.S. Department of Energy. Now, they're not only the ones that do a lot of the scientific stuff. Remember, they deal with the alien stuff. If it existed. Well, now they have been tasked to be in charge of all of AI. So this is a big deal. So let's see, where is it? President Trump signed executive order Monday, boosting AI research and developing, reducing Americans' spiral. This is the tasks, reduce the spiraling energy costs. Or no, to reduce it, not whatever, to make life cheaper for us. But and he wanted to make sure that the government didn't get in the way of AI, and his executive order tied basically all departments, NASA, DOE, DOW. Basically, this is the Manhattan Project of AI. So what could possibly go wrong?
Nothing. Not a thing.
Not a thing. So the world's smartest people, the world's smartest and fastest computers, put with the war machine. So what could possibly go wrong? Nothing.
We turn to Mars.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so quantum computers is now under DOE and DOW, and well, What could possibly go wrong? So they're hoping to advance manufacturing, biotechnology, critical materials, nuclear fission and fusion energy, quantum information science. Oh, there you go. There's a big one right there. So bending time and space, semiconductors and microelectronics. Oh, shit, I got Radio Shack for that. So yeah, what could possibly go wrong? The blueprint seeks to harness the world's largest federal data trove, supercomputers, 40,000 elite scientists. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing can ever go wrong with that. Leave it all to the computers.
No. What could possibly go wrong? So
yeah,
we'll follow this because who knows? It's it's a big deal. It is a big deal. You can go read all about it actually by looking at it, but they've got marks. In other words, they got checks. In 60 days, they have to meet 20 core science challenges. By 90 days, they have to have an inventory. Well, shouldn't they have an inventory first? And then by 120 days, they have to make a plan to present to the president. And by the 240th day, we got to do a second inventory.
Are they afraid somebody's going to steal something?
Day 270, something's going to happen. There's going to be an evaluation. So we'll follow this because this is going to be fun.
Oh, my God.
Meanwhile, over in North Korea, remember those guys?
Yeah.
They don't like us too much. Well, those little guys have somehow taped enough semiconductors together to make a large explosive that could hit in the center of the country. So there is that. There is that. Well. And it could be nuclear. So there is that.
Maybe our supercomputers can debunk it.
Hey, he's got it taped up with duct tape and goddamn Bondo. That shit's going to last forever. And as if you thought the Tennessee situation wasn't bad enough, Brenda in Texas, the ShamWow guy, is running for office.
Yeah, no.
ShamWow.
No.
He was arrested in the past for aggravated battery after a fight with a woman. Wondered if it had anything to do with his ShamWow. So. These people are going to be in charge of the purse strings for the biggest project in modern history. So 3i Atlas, it could be on trajectory to send spy satellites to Jupiter is also a new concern that is surfacing. So
but it's just a rock.
Also, those people that are in charge of all the smart computers, well, guess what they're going to have access to? All the license plate readers in the country. Complete with facial recognition. So what could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? All right, so we will go out on the news with some sports stories. Apparently, last night's game was a little more interesting than a lot of people thought. During the game, well, some players got into a bit of a trip. And Panther, the audio on that so I can hear. So apparently, towards the end of the game, Carolina Panther decided that he was going to cheap shot a San Francisco 49er.
Yeah,
punched him right in the so I kind of like doing it like that. So after wait, I mean he got the nut and balls. You can see right there. He got the whole thing. He got his money's worth with that one, with that mitt. So
they're not allowed to do that.
No, they're not allowed to do that.
Look at him. Oh, God.
Yeah, he was a little bit upset about it after he picked himself up from the nut punch and walked over and punched him in the face after the game. And the two had to be separated and escorted separately off the field. The coach said he's going to get to the bottom of this. So, but I don't think there's any more to get to the bottom of than then
somebody better hang on to that clip right there.
It looks to me that's evidence.
Before it disappears,
so,
you never know.
Yeah. I mean, he got the whole sack and balls. He got the whole package. Right,
I mean, did he really do it on purpose, or was it just the heat of what was
happening? Brenda, as a man, you don't punch another man in the nuts.
I'm just saying.
By accident. It's not like he was getting up and he tried to push off the ground or no. This guy intensely, he's right there. That should be the opening video for my show. This is what you can expect today. A punch to the nuts with my show. So yeah.
Oh my.
I kind of enjoy watching.
Well,
At any rate, so we'll see if the NFL hasn't addressed it yet or sent out any paperwork, but we'll see. We'll see. UGA, University of Georgia, Nyler Daniels is no longer a UGA player. An outstanding offensive lineman. Well, he got in a little bit of trouble with the law.
Oh, God. What'd he do?
So you see, what had happened was his mom had run some stoplights and was pulled over by the local Commerce Police Department and was going to be written a ticket. Well, a car passed that police officer going 120 miles an hour in the 25-mile-an-hour zone.
Oh, God.
He let mom off, threw her license, took off after the, I think it was BMW, and went through small towns, back on interstate, and then back into a small area where mom cut the police off in front of the BMW.
It was a tag team.
And so they got around her. They went on. They eventually lost the BMW, but they doubled back and they found mom. They pulled her over and was arresting her for interfering. While she was being arrested, she was on the phone to her daughter, telling them to get their damn asses back here. She was going to jail. BMW pulls back up, being driven this time by a coach from the University of Georgia. They haven't said which coach, but a coach was driving the BMW and he turned himself in. He, who was also high on weed, and had possession,
it just gets better,
was arrested. Mom was arrested. They're both in the same jail cell in some small town in Commerce, Georgia. And Coach Kirby Smart said he's no longer a dog. Woof, woof, woof. He's gone. So, Lord have mercy. Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald are among the 26 semifinalists for the 2026 Hall of Fame. So if you're wondering who the class is, well, they're down to the semifinals. Some outstanding names like Willie Anderson, Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Frank Gore, Terry Holt, Eli Manning, some of the names, Phillip Rivers, Steve Smith. There's some good names here. So now Vegas is taking odds on who is going to be the final announcements. Darren Woodson's on there. So, so that's the semifinalist list you can find at the NFL. Last but not least, check your attics. A rare #1 comic, Superman, was found in an attic by mom cleaning out things. She turned it in to have it graded and valued, and it's worth $9.12 million because it was sold at Texas auction just a few days ago. So,
holy crap!
Yeah, she told her kids that she told them those comics were valuable. They shouldn't have got rid of them. So she's put her house up for sale, and she's moved off and left the belongings of the kids, and she's out of there. She bought it for little bastards when they were young for like 50 cents. That's my $9.12 million. I'm out of here.
Talk about
so there's the news.
Then some.
There's the news. FEMA still doesn't care anything about us because we just have the Monday briefing.
Yeah.
So there's nothing in the tropics. We'll take a look at the weather forecast here. Look at the president's schedule real quick. 7:30 a.m. they called the out-of-town press in, and at 3 o'clock, well, they were heading out. I didn't look and see if the the White House went live with anything. They didn't. The Congress is already out. They're already out for the day. They're adjourned until Friday. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Supposedly at 1:45 the Senate was coming in, but nobody knows who the Senate is. The cameras broke.
What it is they put that out on the table and said, now go home and think about it and come back with an answer on Friday.
Yeah. So 5 o'clock in town press. Okay, wait a minute here. Hold on. So the president and first lady depart Palm Beach Airport en route to the White House. What? Oh, okay. They've already posted Sundays. I was like, what the hell? Okay, here we go. Here we go. I was like, what the hell is this? What day are we on? We're on Tuesday. We're on Tuesday. Let's finish up with what they did last time. Well, we'll go back on that. Let's see. For today, they in-town press had to be there at 9 a.m. And at 12, the president and first lady, or pardon the chickens. At 4:20, the out-of-town press had to be there. At 6 tonight, they're departing the White House for Palm Beach. The president and first lady will arrive at Mar-a-Lago at 8:50 tonight. There are no events scheduled for Wednesday, Thursday, of course, and Friday. So there's going to be some basically he's going to be making some phone calls. That's about it. There's nothing on the schedule until Sunday when he returns to the White House at 5:50. So there you go. That's president's schedule for the next couple of days. Yesterday, Carolyn Leavitt, of course, held her press conference, and she was interviewed by one of the media. Yesterday, the executive order was signed on the Muslim Brotherhood at 4:27, and then they put a lid on it at 5:53, almost 6 o'clock. So check here, see if there's any updates. FBI seeks interviews with Democratic lawmakers who urge to defy troops. So they've already sent out the intent that they're going to interview them. So we'll follow that.
Why not?
The Sec of War. It sounds better for SecDef. I like SecDef so much better, just because it flows off the tongue. He's going to go to the Dominican, so we'll see about that. EPA abandons defensive rule that sets tough standards for deadly soot pollution. Military leaders are meeting with Trinidad today. Trump plans to send an envoy to meet with Putin in Ukraine. That was 50 minutes ago. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser has said she will not seek re-election. And Trump says the plan to end the war has been fine-tuned, and he's sending his envoys to meet with Putin and Zelensky. So there you go. That's why it could be good news. I really wish the war would be over. So let's see. The FBI has requested meetings with all of them. So Senator Slotkin says they've already reached out to her. So let's see. States sue Trump administration to prevent dramatic changes in homeless funding. I don't know what that's about. Trump makes false claims about D.C. murders. Whatever. Gobble and Waddle have been officially pardoned by the president. So
Gobble and Wobble.
Apparently, Trump is. Hold on, I gotta read this. This is gonna be good Trump-esque. The annual White House turkey pardoning ceremony took a dark turn. Tuesday, as president used the occasion to rally against crime in Chicago and insult Governor J.B. Pritzker. As he touted the National Guard deployment in Washington, D.C., Trump complained about the being blocked from doing so in Chicago. Governor Pritzker, if you're listening, let's get your act together, he said while calling the governor a big fat slob.
No.
Said, I refuse to talk about the fact that he's a fat slob. I don't mention it. Then he went on before adding that he too would like to lose a few pounds. At least he said he'd like to lose a few pounds. It's the holidays. You're not going to lose. I've already ate too many sausage balls. So there you go. That's the news today. Trump and sausage. Jesus Christ. You're a big fat slob. All right. So if you're in the north, and when I say north, I mean the Dakotas, Montana, North Washington, Minnesota, parts of Michigan. Well, the next 48 hours, your forecast is snow. The next 24 hours after that is more snow. So here in the South, well, we're going to be dodging tornadoes, while the mid-Atlantic and central Ohio Valley is just going to get a good soaking. And then as this moves across, we're going to welcome Ohio, Indiana, Pennsylvania, New York, and Vermont, and Maine, New Hampshire as well to the party, because their forecast is going to be snow as well.
Right.
So the entire top third of the country is the forecast is snow. That's the forecast. That's all you need to know. So if you're traveling anywhere north of the Mason-Dixon line, take your galoshes, take you a good pair of gloves, and probably a hat. And if you're traveling by a plane, you're going to be a while. So
God.
Here in the South, including Alabama and Georgia and parts of Mississippi, we could see hurricane. We could see tornadic activity today, high winds and hail in some of the storms. For our friends in Australia, let's check on you real quick. Sydney, you are at 24, but you have several fire and marine warnings. It's going to be windy and sunny. You're going to make it to 36 today. Melbourne, you're almost 18. It's going to make it to 21, but you're going to have showers on and off all day until late evening. And let's see here. Brisbane, well, you're at 24. You have a heat wave warning. You're going to make it to 32 with some possible afternoon showers. Perth, you're at 14. You're going to make it to 24. It's going to be partly cloudy, a little breezy all day. Not any rain in your fortune. No, you ain't getting the rain. Adelaide, you're at 16, going to make it to 21 with a couple showers on and off today, probably closer to early morning and later evening. Where was that? Was that Adelaide? Did I tell you Adelaide? 15.5, going to make it to 21 with a shower or two, mainly in the morning. So hang on, you're almost out of that. Hobart, well, you've got 2 warnings with some showers anticipated today. You're at 14, and you're going to make it to 19. But it looks like you're going to get a good soaking on and off during the day in Hobart. Canberra, well, you've got a couple warnings, too, for some damaging winds. You're at 19. You're going to make it to 27. And the winds are going to increase, and some showers are coming in this afternoon. So that's your Canberra forecast. In Darwin, last but not least, you have some severe thunderstorm warnings, heavy rainfall, and flood watches. You're at 27. You're going to make it to 33, and you're going to have windy thunderstorms on and off throughout the day. So there you go. That is your Bureau of Meteorology forecast. We've talked about here in the north, basically, they're going to die. Up to 30 inches in some places. So lots of snow in the north. So there you go.
Crap.
But don't worry, Brenda. In about 2 weeks, it's going to push down and snow in Texas. So and in the south.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. So then the south will die. We talked about where all the problematic rainfall was. Let's look at warnings. Well, Alabama, top of the list there, has a severe thunderstorm warning. That's not a shocker. They did have some high wind advisories earlier. New England, you have a high wind advisory. California, frost advisory. High wind in South Dakota and Wyoming. And what is that? Iowa, Nebraska, and South Dakota. Minnesota, in Alabama, you have the thunderstorms. Minnesota, winter storm warnings. Alabama, the severe storms. And Lake Michigan, well, you have some storm warnings up there as well. So, but it's the kind with winter weather. So winter storm warnings all there in the north. And let's see, I think that's about it. We'll get down here to Alaska, and well, they're dead too. So Montana, winter advisories, South Dakota, high wind advisories, Wisconsin, blizzard warnings. So there you go for Wisconsin, and especially in the higher elevations, blizzard warning, and probably right there in the lake too. So yeah, it's going to be rough up there in the north. So this is going to be a pretty intense storm. Tornado watches were in effect earlier for Alabama, but they've since passed. We'll take a quick look here and see. We see the upper half of the country is painted pink and purple with all the winter storm warnings. So here in the south, we got all the yellow with the hurricane tornadoes. So Australia, you have high wind warnings and fire watches. So pay attention to your Bureau of Meteorology. Let's take a quick look and see. Well, in the States, well, it's midway through Alabama. It's going to make it over to Atlanta and North Carolina later in the day, and we can anticipate some high storm activity. Right now, we see all that moisture is still sitting up there in the Dakotas, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and then back over here towards Olympia and Seattle. So yeah, ugly stuff. California and Alabama are the two highest without power right now. Residents, Alabama 19,000 and California 13,000 there. So they are the winners in that lottery today. And let's see, we talked about the snow. You're just gonna die. There's that much snow. You're just going to die. New York City today, well, cloudy skies, high of 56. Washington, D.C., well, where the president's leaving, 56 and cloudy with a few rain showers. He's going down here to heaven. We'll see. We'll say Miami. And well, that's not Miami. Where's Miami? We'll just call it. Now he lives at Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, well, close enough. High of 80 and sunny. So for he's going to have rain on Thanksgiving Day, but it's going to be 80. So Atlanta, well, we are going to have some thunderstorms. We're only going to make it to 73 today. Let's see. Mobile, Alabama, well, 75 and rainy. Where are you at, Brenda? You're in Killeen. 71 is your high today. Sunny skies for the next couple days, and by Saturday you're going to get some rain. So
yeah, well, they lied to you on that because my phone says it's 78 already.
Well, your phone is wrong. So we trust the internet. Al Gore gave it to us. Al Gore doesn't take it away. So Seattle, high of 46 today, but rain, and well, it's going to rain for the next couple days and then turn to snow, and then you'll all be dead. So I shouldn't say that. I really shouldn't, but it's going to be bad. Looking out for the December 6th week, we see that temperature is going to be below normal for much of the country. It's pushing down into even parts of Texas. So the cold air is coming behind this one for us. So don't worry, we're not out of it yet. We're going to get something. Looking at the Atlantic, there isn't anything there right now, but there's a chance that something could stir up in the Gulf of America. So we've got a slight chance. We'll keep an eye on that, but it's a very, very slight chance. Looking over at our friends in Australia, and we see there, Fina, well, she is about made herself out. Where did that go? She about made herself weaken out to nothing. Where did it go? It just went totally away. The Philippines are the ones. The Philippines are the ones right now that are worried about the cyclonic activity with their storm 33 or whatever the hell its name is. It's got the spaghetti model coming into the Philippines and up into Thailand. So that is the only problem spot at the moment. But there's a potential for one in the Gulf of America. We'll keep our eyes on. They kind of made note to it, and then they said, no, it's not there. So we'll see. Let's see. We're almost out of time. Earthquakes. Most recent earthquake. Where's my this one. So Philippines has got a typhoon and a 5.4 earthquake. So there you go.
Yeah.
7 minutes ago, Western Texas had a 2.2. Let's see, where's any others in the States? I don't see any others. Offshore in Chile, 3.6. Let's see, New South Wales, Australia, an hour and a half ago, a 2.6 earthquake. So pay attention to that. And let's see, yeah, that's pretty much it for the States at least. And when was that one? That was in New Mexico earlier today. So, all right, Alaska, well, they're still shaking and rocking up there. It doesn't look like it's as severe as it had been, though. Let's see.
Good. Maybe they're getting a break.
Yeah. Looking at military traffic, well, whoever's talking, there's nobody down in Venezuela. And I didn't follow to see if what time the president was leaving, so I don't know if we got any info on him. So, there's a P8. So they're up scanning the coast for something. There's several P8s up. I would say with the president being down there, well, they probably are gonna be observing the coast quite a bit. So let's see. I don't see anything else. Oh, there's a where's that one? Ooh. That's interestingly enough out over the Chesapeake Bay. All right, so they're doing some intel out over the Chesapeake Bay for some reason. So that one's coming back from Middle East or Europe. And U-Haul, that's an interesting name for a plane. Well, U-Haul is coming in from California. All right, we're about out of time. Brenda and I will be back tomorrow at what time? 2:00. So come check us out. And then we will also have our evening show, the Paranormal Guys. Brenda is going to accompany me on that. Hopefully she won't be high for both of them. So.
No, I should be good at that time.
So, yeah, there is that. So otherwise, and then Thursday, you and I are taking off. And I say I'm going to sit on the couch and watch football, but you know me, I probably will end up being working. So
yeah, okay. You better go find.
Well, I've got to get my coins and patches listed on eBay for sale, so I can advertise them for Christmas and on the show. I sell patches and coins if you're into public safety stuff or Bigfoot stuff. So you can check that out. I have all the links on eBay and Etsy. So, yeah. So we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same location, and we are one day closer. I am not pardoning any turkeys, sir. I'm eating it. I'm smoking that sumbitch. We were in
running around his house going, "Mirror wobble, mirror wobble."
All right, so for our Radio X and Dare Talk Radio audience, please come over and find us on YouTube under the Sportcat shows. Help us grow our platform by subscribing. If you are watching and you like our show, hit the thumbs up button. Costs you nothing, but helps us out a lot. Leave a comment. Tell us what you think. If you don't like Brenda's hair, whatever. Yeah, we're good.
Too bad.
We will see everybody tomorrow. Have a great day, morning, or evening, wherever you are. And we turn it over to AM Mayhem. Radio X in Australia. And now I have to kill our YouTube feed. Get back on the screen there.
That answers my question. I asked if you had an exit button today.
You got to hit the exit button. Thank you to everybody at WZQR for allowing us to tickle your ears. Please come over and find us under the Sportcat shows on YouTube and hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you guys and gals tomorrow, 2:00 on the East Coast.